Some serious force.
Henderson drives in. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
And so Henderson will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Outside Curry. The three is up. On target from range.
If you're looking to become a catch-and-shoot expert, Curry is the player to study. He's a master.
No doubt, Stephen Curry is the best shooter of all time. Talk about what makes him special, Chris.
Well, B.A., he can hit shots under the most difficult circumstances, off balance, with only a sliver of daylight. And this is why teams often choose to double him the moment he crosses half court.
Now here's Henderson. Checking his stats. He's... Oh, are you kidding me?
Yeah, he's just explosive. I mean, Scoot gets off the ground in a hurry and puts some emphasis on it, too.
Here's Randall. A key piece to their offense, putting up 12 points a game. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Back to Henderson. Utah needs to get off a shot here. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Randall with it. Towns outside. The three is up. Again, the miss by Towns.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is, too.
Outside Curry. Just 4 to shoot. On the wing, Curry lets it go from deep. Knocks down the long J. Curry's got 6.
Yeah, at this point, you're almost shocked when Steph misses a three, especially from the corner.
Pass to Bailey. Shoots over Curry. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Will Hardy.
We talked about the matchup issues that Karl-Anthony Towns creates for defenses. Coach said the combination of size and skill make Cat a tough cover. If you put a center on him, he can beat them with his quickness or his perimeter game. And if you put a wing on him, he can overpower them in the post. Brian, back to you.
And Allie, thank you for that. When it comes to Randall, he's had doubters over the years, Stan, but his talent's undeniable.
Yeah, B.A., look, there's no questioning Randall's ability to score and rebound down low. And his post-passing gets overlooked sometimes, too. When you look at Julius Randall, his stats over his career, he's a forward who chips in different ways. An excellent passer for his size.
1:50 left in the first. Pass to Towns. Takes a three. Caruso grabs the board.
He hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient.
And it's Randall with the jam.
Nothing the defense can do about that. Randall just powers it down.
And here's Curry. Pass to Gobert. Utah moving the ball around. Here's Thompson. Clock at 6. Outside Curry. The three. And it's flagged with a rebound. An opportunity now to retake the lead.
Showing off their intensity these last few minutes.
Yeah, and at 7 feet tall, Towns is a major threat inside. The defense has to guard him better than that.
Now here's Henderson. Outside Curry. Back to Henderson. Curry looking it over. picked by Gobert. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, it's like Gobert's got magnets in his hand. He's led the league in rebounding before in his career.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And it's powered home by Towns.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
To the inside. The ball's knocked loose. There's Ball with a three. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far.
Team 13.
And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Yeah, they've made a point to get inside on this defense, and it's been working like a charm early on.
Now Randall. And the foul on Alex Caruso. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And here's Randall. And there's a 3-second violation. Utah trailing here. Here's Henderson. Outside Curry. On the wing, Caruso. Henderson outside. Pass to Curry. 6 to shoot. Drains the triple. Curry's got his third basket of the night.
Look at how solid Curry's motion is. Almost like he could have done that blindfolded.
Mathurin. And he slams it in one-handed.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Pass to Thompson. Here's Curry. From downtown. And again, it's Utah with a three.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
And the Jazz haven't been past the second round since 2007. Now trying to build a contender.
Well, BA, they know in the West that's a tall order. They got to be patient and build this thing from the ground up.
Now here's Henderson. The kick out, Curry. Portis the screen. Fires for 3. Randall pulls down the board. Portis with the steal. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks a lot. Stephen Curry is nearing the finish line. He said every year there's some new style, new energy coming through that challenges you. And seeing these young dudes come up and understanding how much talent there is, this is not going to be around forever. So enjoy every moment of it. Back to you, BA.
Thanks a lot, Allie. Now here's Henderson. Pass to Curry. Let's go with a 3. And it's flagged with a rebound.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Got a piece of it. Now here's Towns. Now here's Henderson. Pass to Curry. Ball with a steal. Here's Flag. Here's Towns. He's guarded by Caruso. And stolen by Caruso. Now Curry. Launches a 3. Hits the trifecta. Curry's got 15. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Jazz.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And something else I've noticed is how they've been able to cause turnovers and take advantage of them on the offensive end, not wasting those extra chances at all.
Curry buries the triple.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Here's Randall. Good efficiency. He's drained 4 out of 5. And you might think the toughest picks are set by the bruisers. But some say the shooters actually set the best screens. Why is that?
Well, the guy guarding a shooter doesn't want to leave their side. So when they screen you, you get no help.
Outside Curry. Shot clock at 6. Caruso left side. Henderson for 3. That shot missing.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Well, Grant, in 2024, you added Cooper Flagg to the USA Select team before he even played a game in college.
You know, B.A., he made me look really good, too. You know, he performed extremely well against the men's national team. And at just the age of 17, he already looked like one of the better players on the court that day.
The kick out, Curry. Picked by Aldama. Puts up a 3. Oh, Curry making it look effortless.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
He had more than enough room to hit that, just couldn't make it happen.
Inside. Here's Caruso. Utah moving the ball around. Curry draws the double. Over to the wing. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Flagg.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Here's Ball. So far, he's averaging 11 points a game. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Towns for 3. Caruso grabs the board.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Pass to Thompson. There's the 3. Another 3 for Utah. Towns taking his time here. And so it's the Utah Jazz closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Randall outside. Driving to the basket. And he comes up with a bucket. Randall's got 11.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Pass to Thompson. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
Jazz on D. Leading by 5.
Yeah, that's the kind of defensive effort we've come to expect from Gobert.
To the paint. Pass to Caruso. Back to Henderson. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Bailey. About a minute played here in the second half. 5 to shoot. Back to Towns. Shoots over Curry. Towns can't get it to go.
And they need his offense right now, but his shot is just not falling.
Back to Henderson. Outside Curry. This one for 3. And It's rebounded by Karl-Anthony Towns. And now we've got an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. Randall deciding where to go with it. Towns, left side. 6 to shoot. Here's Bailey.
Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them.
Pass to Caruso. Thompson outside. On the wing, Curry. To stop the drought. Oh, Curry, what a tough finish.
Not afraid to mix it up inside. Curry is a crafty finisher.
Randall, left side. Towns for 3. Caruso grabs the board.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players.
Well, I know what their coach is preaching in this huddle. Can you guys please stop turning it over?
Mathurin with a steal. Here we go. Knocks it loose.
Come to me.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Misses the baby hook.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
On the wing, Curry. Aldama outside. Utah moving the ball around. Just 5 to shoot. Caruso, right side. Gets the 3 ball to go. Caruso's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, BA. The NBA understands its future is electronic. Commissioner Adam Silver said the vast majority of people consume us through media, not in person. Our social media audience is the highest of any league and continuing to grow exponentially. So there's no lack of interest in this game. Brian, back to you.
It's a beautiful thing. Okay, Allie, good stuff. It's Mathurin with a drive. Off with the layup. Jazz leading by 8. Out to the right wing. Back to Henderson. The 3 from Curry. Randall pulls down the board.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Henderson with it. Uses the glass on the layup. Henderson got 6 points. All right, guys, a breakdown here of the hustle stats for the Jazz.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Well, another area they've been productive is off of turnovers, scoring many times after forcing the ball out of their opponent's hands.
Outside Curry. Knocks it down from distance. Curry's got 5 points in the quarter.
And he was hot from 3 to start this game. That's his first since halftime.
Outside Mathurin. Towns outside. Back to Mathurin. No one near him. Rebound, Utah.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Will Hardy calls the timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys.
Substitution on the court.
Now Paul. Pass to Richardson. Back to Paul. 5 on the clock. And there's the drive. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
And so it's Utah in a good situation, up by 13 points to close.
The visiting team, 29.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And so it's Utah with it. This is the most they've led, 13 points. On the wing, Curry. Back to Henderson. Outside Curry. On the wing, Curry. Shot clock at 5. Over Ball. And there's another one for the Jazz.
Yeah, another day, another virtuoso performance from Curry. It never ends.
Here's Bailey. Towns outside. And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's his third foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Bailey. Towns outside. 6 on the shot clock. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
3 seconds. When you're trying to cut into a lead, you can't afford that kind of mistake.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
Pass to Thompson. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're winning by this much with double-digit turnovers. One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Yeah, an underrated passer. Randall has a nice feel for the game and is willing to keep his teammates involved.
Back to Henderson. Ooh, too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And Grant, when it comes to pure shot-making ability, scouts love Ace Bailey's natural tools.
Yeah, when he's taking good shots, he can carry the offense. Needs to get a little stronger and clean up a few things, but his upside as a scorer is tremendous.
They double-team Curry. Utah moving the ball around. Ball with a steal. Right wing. And here's Bailey for 3. It's hauled in by Henderson.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Who's watching here?
Pass to Thompson. Fires from deep. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. He takes it in. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Bailey. And that one is stuffed right through.
Oh yeah, Bailey can easily get there off the drive. The rookie doing it with style.
Jazz leading by 11. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. On the wing, Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oh, Gobert rocking the rim.
And you know he's tough on the glass. Easy money there for Gobert.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. The Jazz making a switch here. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Will Hardy was going over with his team. He told his guys to stay after it, to not get complacent and lazy with this lead. He wants them to keep adding to it. We'll see if they're able to do it, guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
Yeah, and Henderson has got some hops for sure. You cannot let him get to the rim.
Here's Bull. Oh, unanswered slam.
I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
The drive by Henderson. Oh, he jammed it.
Attacking the hoop. That is Scoot Henderson's bread and butter. Unstoppable when he's going downhill.
Towns on a screen. It's cleared away by Thompson. And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Here's Thompson. Puts up the tray. Towns rips down the board. There's the drive. Bailey flushes it down with both hands.
Bobby Portis.
And a play like this has to make you excited for Bailey's future. If he's able to add more muscle, he's going to be tough to contain.
Grant, wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, coach is definitely looking for patience and execution.
Deflects the pass. Randall with a steal. Stolen by Thompson. Utah leading by 13. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Minute 32 left in the fourth quarter. Going inside. And there's a pick. Towns! Grant, looking at Cooper Flagg, his versatility is what makes him such a highly touted prospect.
Yeah, B.A. Cooper can do a little of everything offensively. He also covers a lot of ground defensively at 6'9". And on top of his balanced skill set, his intangibles are just elite. And one thing that's incredible about Cooper Flagg, he should be in college this year, but he reclassified and instead is playing in the league.
And he drops the first.
And there's a lot of upside to Ace Bailey. He's already a gifted shot maker, but you also see signs of elite defensive potential. If he can level up on both ends, Ace will be special.
And so he makes both from the line. They double-team Paul. Jazz leading by 11.
And this is a game they can build off of. They kept their focus all game long, and it will get marked as a win for the Jazz.
And the huge difference today, the efficiency from beyond the arc.
Yeah, once they started hitting shots, it stretched out the D and opened up the entire offense.
And with this performance, they'll have claimed their 8th win of the year.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
And what a huge performance it was for Stephen Curry.
Well, bottom line, he was just unstoppable at times. Not much you can do when he's playing with that kind of confidence.
Paul draws the double. Now Caruso. Clock at 6. Now Thompson. Money from 3.
This has to feel good. They gave their fans a show and secured the W.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Randall inside. Oh, no good on the layup. This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
So it's Utah easily grabbing this one. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.
Yeah, they...
Dog tag the same place that they would get me. Ski.